Man, so let's talk about that guy, LeBron James, coming straight out of Akron, was one of the most sought after high school basketball players at his time. You feel me? His school, St. Vincent St. Mary, what was it, St. Vincent St. Mary's or something like that. They couldn't even play in their high school arena. They had to go, play at the college and also play at NBA. You feel me? Arenas and stuff like that. When they was still selling out, so he was that guy back in high school. So he pretty much knew that he was gonna go to the league, and he pretty much knew basketball was gonna be in his favor. Um, so he opted to not go to college, to go straight to the pros. So now he's going straight into business. And during that time when LeBron James was coming into the pros, he came in with a class and with some, a few other athletes that became, NBA superstars, but not really reached the level of success that LeBron James had seen. But not only on the court was LeBron James that guy, he was also making a lot of good business moves and doing a pretty good job at it. You feel me? Like, as far as investments and things like that. One of the first notable, I said notable, or the first thing I noticed as an investment that he had, that like a lot of people, are familiar with but may not be familiar with, is Blaze Pizza, a pizza company or pizza chain when it come down to it that has been expanding and expanding fast. You feel me? You can catch him on pretty much almost every college campus. You feel me? And yeah, yeah, and they business to me seem like it's going very, very, very good. I feel like it's running smooth to me. I don't really see too much, you know, like when I came, like I actually went to one, you feel me, and I seen how good it was doing, and from the news and stuff like that that you find out about business, that was a very, very, very good investment. As you also see, he has made investments into schools, going into the education industry. Well, that's an industry going into education, and his school is also performing at a high level. You feel me? At a high level, which I love to see because that's great when you see somebody that's reaching back to the community, but also doing a good job at it. But let's focus on going back into business. Him and a few of his partners, well, not even gonna say partners, friends, childhood friends, end up starting a business together, managing and production and stuff like that, as far as advertising and creating videos. Um, which was funny because LeBron James commercials and stuff like that, handling, well, one of his agent right now. Let's just go into that. His agent is one of the most sought after agents in the NBA right now, just due to the fact of the guaranteed money that he gets his athletes. Also, LeBron James, but you feel me? Like he they built something there. They found the formula. They know the system beat the system, and I want to say beat the system, but they know how to work the system. They know how to be good at what they do. As far as LeBron James being an athlete that's able to be marketable and things of that nature, but also as far as the agent that they have. And this guy, I don't want to say his name because I don't know his name straight off back, and I don't want to mess it up. So I'm gonna just say, LeBron James' agent, who's also an agent of a few other NBA basketball players. And if you look at their contracts, I want to say they all of them had their money guaranteed even during the Corona pandemic. You feel me? And they didn't miss a beat on anything. Like they was still getting paid. So he negotiated like hella good contracts for his players, and that's all like part of that LeBron James umbrella. Not to mention LeBron James also has his hands in media, where that comes down to the marketing, the advertising, and things of that nature. Which plays a large role into him, basically promoting his brand, no matter if it's as an athlete or going into the shoes. But he also has his hands tied into that. But a lot of people don't know that they also already start producing films. He also had his hands tied into producing films. His companies, his ventures had their hands tied into producing films, um, which did good. You feel me? Which also did good. Um, and as y'all see, as I'm starting to go down the line, LeBron James not only, produce well for himself, but he built a support cast where he put people in position and they excelled at. Like I said, one of his homies ended up becoming a manager, like like his manager and stuff like that, and he excelled at it. Like excelled at it, and all of his friends that he put into certain roles and positions, they came in and they filled those roles, and not only did they fill those roles, they took it upon themselves to become the best at what they do, and which helped him build what he has today, a nucleus of productivity, like on all ends, no matter if it's on the business side or on the basketball side. So now let's go into why I'm saying all this is so much, like so much needed. Hold on, I think I wrote it that wrong. Let me go into why this is needed. You feel me? And I feel like the culture really just needs to really zone in and really see that, because we don't really talk about uh black athletes, black men being able to be versatile, but also work with one another with no drama, no static. You feel me? And build something. You feel me? And not only just build, but multiply. You feel me? Multiply the fruits of their damn fucking labor. Yes, I cuss, but multiply the fruits of their labor. You feel me? And LeBron James during all that time when he was talking about, is he a critic? I mean, not a critic, but a villain. And he a snake because he went from Cleveland to Miami, and he gotta play with this. Woo woo woo. Y'all can say all y'all want to. When it came down to handling business and taking care of his own, LeBron James did a hell of a good job at that. And keeping his name out the media for bullshit. Oh man, you can't even speak about nobody other. Like the dude, private life is so private but so public at the same time. I don't know, man. It's so private but public at the same time. You feel me? And think about like now the position that his son Bronny is in. You feel me? Being a basketball player, up and coming. You feel me? Playing on ESPN just like his pops, but not really. I ain't gonna say like his teams ain't no state championship contenders or not like that, but they not the Akron team that he played on. You feel me? They're a superstar team, but they traveling and doing stuff like that. So now he's playing on that same type of level, and he's on that same type of platform, being that he's playing on ESPN, he's playing the top talent from around the country. He brushing shoulders with NBA players and stuff like that. He's getting that real work in. You feel me? And yeah, like that's golden. That's something that you want to see. You feel me? He a hands-on dad. You feel me? He dominate the sport, but he also take care of business for the long haul. You feel me? And just got his hands tied in different investments. So now that's going into some of y'all. You feel me? Like going back looking at it. I'm talking about the family right now. Ends, man. Let's look at this, man, and see how we can digest this, man. You look at his situation, you feel me, staying in a one bedroom apartment with his mom's, you feel me, and I want to say it was Section 8. You feel me, like he came up from that, and him being a big dude, I know he's probably getting taken care of because people looked at his athletic ability, but you got still, what he was experiencing, what he was still going through. So that was a certain type of understanding that he had, that he knew that he had to make a difference. So for some of us, you feel me, you might feel like you're back against the wall. You got two things that you can do. You can either, you feel me, rise up, and you feel me, or you can sit down. And when I say rise up, it's stuff that's gonna come with rising up. Like, well, it's a lot of stuff that people don't talk about or probably don't know about. I know he probably got some bad business ventures that he had and things of that nature. And also, too, they say that the dude invests $1.6 million into his whole physical and like health, health and therapy and stuff like that. Which you gotta think about it. It's worth it when that is his business, is to be an athlete. And that's another thing I want to, just harp up on, is his business is being an athlete. At that's his number one business, and how he took that and multiplied that into something else. But in order to do that, he had to be fully invested. And he is fully invested, putting 1.6 million into his body. You feel me? Not talking about steroids and nothing like that. We talking about physical therapy, massages. You feel me? I want to say acupuncture. I don't know if you do all that, but the best of the best with the face masks and all that. When they be breathing, you feel me? Personal chefs travel with you and stuff like that. Yeah, that's young cost. But the right support is the best support. So we gonna go into that support, baby. If y'all need support, if one of our listeners out there needs support, but we also need your support, man, go ahead and join our Patreon program. Once you become a family member, you got access to unlimited support, but also you'll get free merch if you stay a family member. And some of the family member benefits come down to, being featured on the Ends podcast, suggesting our next topics, unlimited posting and submissions to, the blog sites, the magazine, you feel me, things of that nature. You feel me? We got you. We're going to help support you. So if you're an artist, business, brand, entrepreneur, we got your back. You feel me? We're going to help promote, advertise, shout it out on these videos, on our podcast, give you free advertisement. You feel me? Whenever you're a part of the family, we're going to take care of you. Hey, so ain't no support like good support. You feel me? So let's be good support to one another. You feel me? Go ahead, join our Patreon program, and we're going to start supporting you and your brand. It's your boy Bass. Y'all tune in to Ends Podcast. I'm out. Peace.